Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Sitters. We are filming on Thanksgiving. So we wished you happy Thanksgiving last week, but because it's Thanksgiving right now, I'll wish it to you again. Happy Thanksgiving. We are giving away a t-shirt. No, you cannot buy these. And yours probably won't say Jeff on it. But if you want your name on it, we can sit there and put your name on it. Definitely you can pick the color if we choose you. How do you enter? All you have to do is just like our video and then just put a comment there. Any comment will do. I will sit there and respond to you as long as everything works like it's supposed to. But we are giving away 7 of these. So you had 2 videos from the last time, this one, and then we'll have 4 more videos before right around Christmas, and then we'll sit there and pick, and you get to sit there and pick color, size, stuff like that. It's a good shirt. We will be doing a meet and greet next month, the weekend before Christmas. It's just a real cool time to meet up with people, see how they're doing. It's more of a kind of like a family kind of thing. That's where I got to meet Lynn. He's the one that sat there and made that picture for me, and of course I hung it up. I think it's awesome. But we will be there the weekend before Christmas at noon. We recorded our video last week on Saturday, and then we went to Vaquiva and we did our meet and greet. We came back. No, actually, it was the other way around. We came back home. It was like 11:30 at night, and I had told you about my wife's. It could possibly be that she'll be able to record in a casino that does not allow recording for her slot channel. And 11:30 at night, our promotions director called us up, actually texted us, and said we had the thumbs up on that. So that's the reason why we are heading to Vegas, because we were going to sit there and do some filming. I will put links in there later on once the videos are uploaded, but it is Goldbug Slots, and Goldbug is my wife. Somebody sat there and said a great video would be hard surface, medium surface, and bouncy surface. There is still casinos that do have the hard surface, and how do you tell? Just the way the dice hits the table. It's like a ting, a tap sound, versus when they're on a slightly medium bouncy table, and then you have what everyone seems to be going with, the super bouncy table. I am going to get the material that they put actually underneath the super bouncy tables. It once was sold by Casino for You, and then it got on back order, and they never had it. So I hope the stuff I found is equivalent to what once was there. It's almost like a muffler that you would put underneath your floor if you're doing a hardwood floating floor. It's like a barrier. That way the floor kind of bounces. It's very thin. It's got a lot of little cellulites in there. That's why the dice do their jiggy joggy thing. And once I get that, I'll sit there and make a video for you. I had a video a couple of weeks ago about how we went to Vaquiva and I dominated Vaquiva, and I said as soon as they see this video, they're going to change the table, and they did. They changed the table. I kind of gun shy, of course, because I mean it was just like 20 rolls, 30 rolls, and it went down to hit the .7, hit the .7. So I finally figure out what I can do to sit there and combat a super bouncy table. It's not as bouncy as Westgate. Westgate's probably the worst table you could probably ever play on, unless they've changed. But it was so bad, I'm like, I'm not going back, not going back. But next week I will sit there and show you how you can sit there and roll on a bouncy table. And it has, it is dice setting, yes, but it's not, having the dice hit flat. It is basically rolling it and having the dice tumble. That's the way we're going to sit there and do that. During our last meet and greet, I sat there and thought of a strategy of how to sit there and bet while other people are rolling so that you don't lose your money and still have a great time. Last night I was at Vaquiva, and I sat there, was at the table for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. At times there was 6 people on one side, 6 people on the other. Every one that rolled, I put at least $10 on the table. You go, well, how'd you do? At the end of the night, I was still up. That's what you want to do. You want to sit there and continually, be up. That's what I'm here for. I want to show you how you can sit there and do that. But you figure 2.5 hours. I rolled a tall, and then it went around the table, and I rolled a small. I just was not betting on myself. I was betting on the dealers. I always put $1 on the tall, $1 on the small. That way, I know what numbers I've rolled. It's a cheap, easy way of doing it, and that way the dealers keep track. And if you do win, the dealers get $35 or $36. What a great tip! And it only cost me $2. Not a problem with that. That's only when I roll. Or if I happen to see a guy who could roll pretty well, I would do the same thing. The dealers much appreciated that. Someone wrote me an email, and I showed it to other people, and were really, really confused about it. The question basically was hedging the DC bet. You can hedge the DC bet, yes, but you're not going to win like a lot more of money. So say if you have money here and the point is 10, you can actually lay on the 10 if you wanted to, but I'm not really understanding your questioning, and I really want to sit there and be the one to help you on that. So maybe if somebody knows something about hedging a DC bet, or how they would explain to me how to hedge a DC bet, that'd be really, really cool. Today I'm going to show you how I sat there and did a strategy, and I think I have $500 here, and I'm going to sit there and go through some random rolling, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not a martingale system, but it's close. I sat there and spent nights trying to do a martingale system, and by the time it was done, by the third round, you'd be up to $600, and that's not what you want to do. But this, you're only risking maybe $400. You have 6 levels, and last night I never even got past 3. It's pretty safe. You can sit there and say, okay, I'm only going to the 2nd level, or I'm only going to the 3rd level. Play within your comfort means. Play within your entertainment budget. If your entertainment budget does not allow you to do that, wait a month, and then next month go. There's nothing worse than playing outside your means. I was there at Vaquiba last night. There was 2 people sitting next to me. They looked like they could use the money more than they could sitting on the table. They sat there and went through $700. When I was rolling, they sat there and got it up. They got it up to maybe $300 or $400, and that was coming from only $100. They didn't sit there and leave. They sat there and continued until they were completely out of money. That's not where I want you. That's why I have the channel. That's why I do what I do, so that we can learn together. Let me make sure I have the right amount of money. I have 100, 200, 300, 400, and this is 500. So 500. I'll show you what the levels are. Let me move this money around. I think I can leave it just like that. The first one is you're going to sit there and do a $5 don't. $5 don't. You're going to sit there and do a $3 7. So you're going to sit there and hop the 7s. Next thing you're going to do is midnight, dollar on midnight, dollar on 11. So no matter now, whatever comes out, you are not going to sit there and lose drastically. The worst thing to do is they hit a 10, a 9, an 8, a 6, a 5, or a 4. That's the worst thing possible. You're going to lose $5. And hopefully, because we're playing on these bouncy tables, that will sit there and they don't hit their point, they hit a 7, and you get the $5 that you have here, and you're back to even. So I'm going to do random rolling. I'm going to do it with dice that weigh more. These are the heavier of the 2 dice that casinos are allowed to use. And I'm going to do random rolling, and we're going to see just how far this gets. And I'll keep track, and hopefully it won't be long rolls. The key to this is you want the 7 to hit, the 12 or the midnight to hit continually before the point is set. That's how you sit there and make your money. And then as those points hit, you're just going to press it. Everything else will just stay the same. So let's give it a try. So we have an 8. Mark the 8. I'm going to lose the $5 here. just have some random rolling. Of course, now we want to sit there and see the 7 come up. That's a 9. Let me mark these as we do them. 6. Hard 6, mark the 6. Random roller, 7. We have our money on the don't. The dealer will sit there, give us our money back. So right now, we are completely even. We went through one random roller that couldn't roll, and we are not up, we're not down, we're just coasting. I'll sit there and use this marker for how many times that we have a player. That was our first player. Next player's turn, same thing. We're going to hop the 7s, $1 each. We're going to do 12, 11, random roller. Now is for the time we want to sit there and hit these right here, these 3 numbers. It's going to be 11. That is what we wanted. To avoid confusion, you sit there and take down what you lost first. We lost our don't, we lost our hoppin' 7s, and we lost our midnight. This guy here will pay 15. We'll replace the don't. We'll re-hop the 7s. We'll put midnight back on the board, and this is the thing. One more chip on the one that you won on. That's it. Hopefully we'll sit there and hit the 12 again, or the 11 again. It's going to be a 4. We lost this. Now we're just waiting for them to roll a 7. And being that they're bouncy tables, it's not going to take very long. 8. Of course, my table's not bouncy as much as Vaquiva or other tables. They're doing that on purpose, but there's ways around it. 7. Just going to sit there and pay me $5 because we hit 7. And now we set it back up. $3 hopping the 7s, midnight, 12. 12. We'll put one more die or one more chip up there. That was our second player. It's going around the room. We really want 7, 11, or 12. It's going to be a 9. If this looks familiar, if this is the way it goes around your table, this is what the strategy you should be doing. If it, same thing. They just keep on hitting the numbers, and the next number they sit there and 7 out. It's fantastic. 7.
I forgot to pull down your bed.
Oh, forgot to pull down my bed. I did lose those. And the dealer is going to give us back the money that we pulled down. That is our third person. Hop the 7s. 12. 11. Now you sit there and say, what happens if you don't? If they do make their point. If they do make their point, you go up to the next level. The next level is just pretty much double everything except for midnight. Midnight pays 30 to 1. So there's no sense to sit there and hop that one more. We'll just leave it at 1. And then as you progress, it just gets a little bit more, a little bit more. I will sit there and show you what it looks like in the description of the video. There goes an 8. You're like, well, aren't you afraid that's an 8? That they'll sit there and hit that before a 7? Not really. The odds are that they'll hit a 7 before anything else. We'll mark the 8. Random roller. Looking for that 7. There goes that 7. We've gone through 4 people now. Dealer's going to sit there, give us back our 5. We're going to do it again. Hop the 7s. 11, 12. This time, let's ask that random roller to do something exciting like that. 12, not 12, 11. We'll take down the ones that lost. That right there is going to pay us 15. Oops, wrong direction. I was like, what on earth is happening? That pays us 15. We're going to redo the same thing. 3. One more on the 12, midnight. And back to our dump. We want to sit there and re-hit that 11. Now, I've seen it at the table. It happens more often than you think. Especially with the random roller. I've had the 7s hopped up until I had 60 some odd dollars on hopping the 7s. There goes the 6. We lose this. I didn't turn that over. There goes 6. And we're ready to go. Looking for that 7. There goes that 7. You gotta love it. Oops, that was a 7. Random little roller. I'm going to sit there and the dealer's going to give us $5 more. That is player number 5. We'll see where we're at. I had 100 somewhere. Oh, there's my 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We're up $5. We're up $5, and we went through 5 random rollers. You're not making a killing. It's fun. Why not? And that's the way I was last night. 2.5 hours. Me rolling, and then 6 to 8 people on both sides. And I'm still ahead. Simple strategy. I would not recommend it for a very medium bouncy to no bounce table because it doesn't work that way. They will sit there and make their point just because the table is not that bouncy. But you see, easy as can be. Have a good one, guys. Like, share, subscribe. And that enters you into the t-shirt. If you have any questions or comments, I'll make sure I sit there and answer them.
I think I need to put a comment for the t-shirt.
Put a comment for the t-shirts. And if we see you today or see you throughout the weekend, just sit there and say hi, and we'll sit there and shoot some craps. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you later.